Hello there, welcome back. My name's Rob Tatchell and we're on day 2 of the Mgown Traverse in the middle of the High Atlas Mountains in Morocco. I just wanted to give you some notes if you're going to trek this little journey on by yourself or with some friends and stuff. For the record, it's Wednesday the 31st of October. Oh, it's Halloween. Yep, and you get to see me in the first thing, well, almost first thing in the morning. Anyway, quick few notes. As you can see, it's a lovely morning, but I reckon this is going to last until about 2 o'clock, and then, like yesterday, it's going to tip it down with rain. Hopefully by that point I'm going to be over the mountain pass, and it won't matter then, a little bit of rain. We've got to cross a couple of rivers, or the same river multiple times anyway, going down the hill. That's why the same footwear, and I'm just basically going to roll my trousers up. It might be worth me getting a long stick just to test how deep the river is before I go crossing it with my two backpacks. Anyway, just let me just show you yesterday's little adventure. I don't know if you can see this. Right, this is Rougoult yesterday. We started there. We've basically followed the main road that was heading back towards Azila, which is off the map that way, about 66 kilometers from that point where the road forks off. It is a tarmac road that actually forks off there, so basically keep going. I made the mistake the day before of taking an earlier path off on a gravel track, but you must stick to the and it'll show you, just if in doubt, ask anybody, and basically ask the question, say hello first and say good morning and whatnot, but then just ask the name of the actual next village that's on the trail. That's the best advice I can give you, and then they'll just point in a direction when they hear that name. Pronounce it a couple of times just if they give you a quizzical face or whatnot. But anyway, from the start point in Rougoult all the way to where I am now in Rougoult, I think that's how you pronounce it, that was a bit of a trek, only because I was carrying, I think, too much stuff in my backpack. It wasn't because of the altitude, that was easy enough. The rain started from here and I was walking for about an hour and a half in the rain, which is alright, but yeah, here it's set at Boulouli, or however you pronounce that. I did go slightly wrong and I went up and followed this main tarmac road, because it is tarmacked all the way across here, but the main tarmac road actually follows up into the mountains to this pass here. So you obviously don't want to keep following that. When you get to this village, just keep asking people, and then they'll direct you across the rivers. Well, it's one river, but I'm sure it just splits into two little ones. You'll wade across there. It's been raining a lot lately, but it wasn't above knee height on me, so it should be all right for you guys. And then just get directions. Just keep asking for Tasgaiwalt, and then Rougoult, which is where I am now. I've read the guidebook, which is obviously the best-selling one. I use them because they're the most useful, to be honest. They've got good, reasonable maps. The information, even though this is one edition out of date, the information in it is I've found is brilliant. Anyway, today we'll be going to the mountain pass, which is here, Rougoult Pass, or Rougoult Tizi, which that's the word for pass. Today's weather I've already mentioned. That's where I stayed last night, in that place there. It came a close second to further down that trail there. The first person I met basically offered me a night on the floor in his stable, which would have been fantastic if I hadn't had diarrhea last night. So I was actually looking for a toilet, and before I'd come back from my first moment of paperwork, shall we say, there was a whole group of people plus the family there watching me do my business. In one of them was actually one of the guys that actually owns this place, and it's the owner is Mohammed and his brother, and they put me up in there last night, and that was for about they gave me one meal last night and breakfast this morning, and it was 250 dinar, which I was going to give them 200, and I thought that was a little bit pricey, 250, but considering that there's only one room finished and decorated and the plumbing is still going in as we speak. Anyway, what else have I got to quickly say? Anyway, today's journey up here, we're going to cross this river down here and go up that little road down there, up there, and in just behind those houses there's a little valley. We're going to follow that up, and keeping the power lines to our left hand side, and I believe that the river goes up there. We're following the river, which is the Tifra River, right up for about 2 hours walk, right up to its source, and the source is just beneath the actual mountain pass that we need to cross. So I'm going to make this short now because we can get company. Yeah, from the mountain pass, just go over the mountain pass, and it's basically the mule path down to the next village, which is Tasgaiwalt, sorry. That's clearly marked apparently, so we shouldn't have any problem with that, but especially not in the good weather. But I am expecting rain probably about 3 hours from now, like I say, so I'm not going to mess around. I'm just going to get over that mountain pass as quickly as I can, and go past that town that I've just mentioned, and I'm hoping to end up in the town of Amesri, which is the second good stop or campsite basically, and it's a little village, I hope, and that's where I'm going to stay the night. That's what the bike guidebook recommends, to just go a little bit further to that one. You're at a slightly lower elevation, and it's a better distance really. So anyway, that's enough from me. I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll just leave you with that fantastic scenic view behind me, which hopefully you can see without the sun and all that. Anyway, toodaloo for now. Yeah, this is really what we came for. See you tomorrow.